I carried a quiet fear into every relationship after that. A belief that many in my life wouldn't last. That love was something that could be taken from me without warning. If my father, my protector, could be here one day and gone the next, why would I trust that anyone else would stay? Hi, welcome to my channel where I share stories about hope, about faith, about what God has done in people's lives, with the hopes that it's going to bless you and is going to strengthen your walk with God. Today's story is about grief, so let's just get right into it. Hi Marianne, this is my story and I would like to share it with people who might be going through something similar. I lost my father when I was very young. He wasn't a sick man, not even close. He was an amazing father, a devoted husband, and the kind of man who made you feel safe just by being in the room. He provided for us, he protected us, and even with a demanding schedule, he made time to be present. He played with us, he showed up for us. In every sense of the word, he was a good father. Then one morning, he simply did not wake up. There was no illness, no warning, no explanation we could point to. People had their theories. Some said one thing, some said another. But at the end of the day, none of it changed the reality I had to sit with. My father was gone. And the protector I had known my whole life was suddenly not there anymore. I'm the first daughter in a family of 5. My grief wasn't something I got to feel all at once, in private, the way I might have wanted to. My siblings were looking to me. There was this unspoken sense of responsibility that settled on me almost immediately. If I fell apart, what would that mean for them? So I learned to carry my pain quietly while trying to hold space for everyone else's. You could say this is like the firstborn daughter responsibility thing, but it doesn't have to always be like that. After we buried him, I wanted answers. I remember going into prayer over and over, asking God to explain what happened, why it happened, why now. I didn't get those answers. What I eventually had to find instead was peace. Not because everything made sense, but because I had to trust that God knew what he was doing with my life, even when I did not feel like it, or even when it did not feel like it. And honestly, in those early days, I struggled to even believe that. What I eventually had to find instead was peace. Not because everything made sense, but because I had to trust that God knew what he was doing with my life, even when it didn't feel like it. And honestly, in those early days, I struggled to even believe that. The person who was supposed to provide for me and protect me was gone. How was I supposed to move forward? How was I supposed to be the responsible one for my siblings and take care of my mom when I didn't feel strong enough to be responsible for myself? We never got the answers medically. An autopsy wasn't something that was possible for us at the time, so we were left with guesses. At some point, we were told that he may have had a heart condition, something that had quietly been kept from us as children. We'll never fully know. What we know is that he died, and we had to learn how to live after that. My mother had to fend for all of us, and it was hard. Harder than I can fully put into words. But God provided. I finished school. I went through NYSC. I kept moving forward 1 year at a time. And there is something I didn't expect. The pain didn't disappear, but it did get a little lighter with each year that passed. Not because I forgot him, but because God was faithful to carry me through one season at a time. What I did not realize until much later was how deeply losing my dad had shaped the way I loved. I carried a quiet fear into every relationship after that. A belief that many in my life wouldn't last. That love was something that could be taken from me without warning. If my father, my protector, could be here one day and gone the next, why would I trust that anyone else would stay? I didn't even always recognize it as grief. It just showed up as guardedness, as bracing myself for loss before it even happened, which I think is fair. If you've been in a situation like this, I can relate to this story. Eventually, I met someone, and God used that relationship to walk me through healing I did not know I still needed. We got married, and I had the most beautiful in-laws. My father-in-law welcomed me into his family with so much warmth. He was the kind of man who made you feel like you belonged. He loved us well. But then, I lost him too. Not peacefully in escape this time, but in a car accident. He was traveling with cities in the States, and he had a terrible accident. He never came home. I remember going back to God with the same question, just heavier this time. Why do I keep losing the father figures in my life? Why does this keep happening to me? God still didn't give me a why. But what he gave me instead was a reminder that he had been my father through all of it. The same way he carried me after I lost my dad. The same way he provided when there was no earthly protector left that was the same way he would continue to carry me now. He didn't need to explain himself for me to trust that he was faithful. Again, I had to be there for my husband. I'm still learning what it means to call God my Father in the fullest sense. Not just in the moments I have language for it, but in the ordinary days too. And I'm still learning what it means to grieve honestly instead of efficiently. Here is what I would say to anyone walking through something similar. You may not get the answers you're praying for. I still don't have mine. But God doesn't ask us to understand Him before we trust Him. I'm going to read that again. But God doesn't ask us to understand Him before we trust Him. Abraham did not understand where he was going. He did not know where he was going. He did not have a full picture of where God was leading him to. But he trusted God. Sometimes the why only becomes a little clearer years later. Sometimes it never does. And that has to be okay. You are allowed to take as much time as you need to grieve. Nobody has the right to put a timeline to your healing, including you. What I've learned is not a formula, just what has carried me. And maybe it can be something for you to hold on to too. Find the right community. Don't try to carry grief alone, even if you're the strong one that everyone else is leaning on. You need people too. And remember, God has a special nearness to those who have lost a parent or a protector. Scripture doesn't shy away from that reality. Psalm 68 verse 5 says He's the father to the fatherless. Psalm 34 verse 18 reminds us that He is close to the brokenhearted. And Isaiah 41 verse 10 has carried me more times than I can count. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. She says, I don't have all the answers, but I do have a Father who has never once let go of me. Even when I couldn't see Him working, He was there. If you're grieving right now, I hope you let that be true for you. We don't serve a God who does not see. We don't serve a God who does not hear. We don't serve a God who does not understand what you're going through. He's there. He's our present help. He's our present help in time of need. He's there. It's okay to go to Him without words. It's okay to go to Him in tears. It's okay. Be vulnerable before your Father. And He is there, right there to help you. Right there to help you walk through whatever the situation is. I hope this blesses you. I hope this strengthens your walk with God. That you have a Father who sees, who cares, and who will carry you through every season of your life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And also, if you would like to share your own story, there's a link in the description. Click on it and fill a form. Free to share as much as you would like to, anonymously, or if you'd like us to use your first name or your full name, we'll be happy to do that. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.